Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another live episode of the Your Best Lifestyles Health and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Terrance Hutchinson, right here at the Old Robinson Public Relations and Media Group Studios. What's up, family? Happy Friday. What's happening? It is 5:21 in the morning. I've been up 2 hours already, man. Straight insomnia, just straight went to work and got a lot of goals and dreams and desires I'm trying to manifest in my life. So I'm up, man. I'm working, man. So we hope you guys are up and you guys are doing well. Are you on the way getting up there? But some of you guys, y'all still sleep anyway, man. So what's happening, man? Hope all you are surviving the weather. It's really strange here in Atlanta, man, because I live here in Marietta, and it's like sunny skies, clear streets, no snow, no ice, none of that. But when I look at, my family's area, my friends, everybody's, I'm like, what part of Atlanta is this? This is like really crazy. Mother Nature is really doing what Mother Nature does, and you see the snowstorms that's in New Orleans, Atlanta, and Florida, and Houston, and then on the west coast of the country, you see all the fires. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. But some say this is a sign of the times. Well, I say it too. So we have to be vigilant of what we're doing with our lives and not really trying to let it control our way of thinking, making us depressed, having us overly hypersensitive or emotional about a lot of things that's going on. So I want you to focus on maintaining your health. But before we get into all that, I want to say we appreciate everybody who understood our decision to postpone the 8th BBR Indie Films and Networking event for independent filmmakers, right? Because of the weather, man. A lot of our celebrity guest panelists, our filmmakers, and our attendees, they lived in the affected areas, and we made an executive decision to postpone it to a better date, right? So we're coordinating the schedules with everybody because people are super busy. They got a lot going on, and we want to make sure that people are safe and not taking risks just to come out to see a show, right? And this is very important for us. Safety is always first. So we also want to say thank you to everyone who purchased the ticket, and we greatly appreciate that, man. Hey, we still have vendor opportunities. If you want to be a sponsor, just go to the website at www.bbrndiefilms.com. Okay, so once I got that out of the way, now that I got that out of the way, let me talk more about how life is life, and life is just wild, but it's all about perspective. It's all about how you're looking at your situation and how you are maintaining your emotional and mental health, right? And I want to touch bases on that, how you can reconnect with yourself to make sure that you are okay, all right? So reconnecting with yourself is very important because the way to do that is even though there's so much going on in the world right now, whether it's the weather, whether it's politics, religion, policy changes, your finances, people laid off, it's just so much. But I want you to try to reconnect with yourself. Spend quiet time with yourself. Like me, I'm up early, I'm journaling, I'm doing this show, I'm creating. And this helps me to reconnect with myself so I can find some sense of value and happiness with myself. So spend quiet time contemplating on what you got to do. Journal. Spend quiet time in nature. Even though it could be snowing outside, the cold weather, still get out there and get some type of perspective on life. Still get mental clarity on what's going on. These things are important, man. And if you're sitting around and you're moping and you're looking at the negative things in life, then guess what? That's just what's going to happen. You expand what you focus on. But if you change your mindset, you say, you know what? Okay, the weather is this, the weather is that. There's too much going on. with politics, social media, too many people winning, whatever. I can't stand it anymore. Look, man, get rid of all these things and reconnect with yourself. Self-reflection is everything. Make a list, see what's going on, whether it's positive or negative. If it's positive, okay, great. Celebrate that. But it's negative, guess what? Celebrate that as well. But in that celebration, I want you to make improvements in the negativity, right? I want you to say, why am I feeling this way? Or why am I reacting this way? How can I improve? Or this is the negative behavior. Let me just get this out the way regardless, right? Let me just get this out of my life. So I want you to do self-reflection. This is really good for your psychological, your spiritual, and your emotional health. And when you free up that energy, you start to attract more of the positivity in your life. You got to gain clarity, y'all. I'm trying to tell you right now. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, and this is crazy, man. You're going through something. We get that. You have to learn how to identify the rut. Identify what's going on in your life. What is making you feel stuck? What is making you feel like you don't have the motivation to get out of bed and get do your thing, right? What's the lack of motivation? Why are you feeling overwhelmed? What is it? And sometimes when you start to feel a sense of you're in a rut, we start to think about why am I feeling this way? Well, many of us, if you have a growth mindset, you start to think about, why am I in a rut? Why am I feeling this way? What can I do to get me out of it? Don't you know when you start to feel like you're in a rut, you got one foot in the grave and one foot out. You have to pull yourself out, man. You have to do the self-reflection. You have to do the deep work, the inner work, and identify what's going on in the rut and pull yourself out. You need the motivation, and when motivation dies down, you need the discipline. You need to be like, yo, I have to get out of this thing. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling claustrophobic. I'm feeling like I can't get ahead. Man, listen, you're going to have to make some major changes in your mind, your environment, the people around you, your career. You're going to have to shut off social media for a while. You're going to have to dig deep and pull yourself out, because nobody really is coming to save you, right? So you got to save yourself. You're going to have to pull yourself out of that rut. I don't care what it is. What are you feeling right now? You got to talk about it, man, and learn how to be compassionate with yourself, man. People misunderstand. Like, we beat ourselves up so much, but we have to learn how to practice self-compassion. Like, once you learn to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm going to deep breath and say, look, man, you're doing great. Stand firm. Just relax. Be patient with yourself. You have to execute a sense of kindness and understanding when you're in that situation, when it comes down to compassion, man. For many people, for many of you guys, even for myself, let me just say that I'm not going to put everything on other people, even for myself, because it becomes so mind-boggling sometimes, and I have to learn how to avoid self-criticism and really focus on accepting myself for what it is and focus on growth. This is, man, it's so challenging because by human nature, we are so quick to self-criticize. Oh, that's not going to work. You're not good enough. You're not fit enough. You're not lean enough. You're not smart enough. You're not rich enough. Whatever it is, man, we are so self-critical of ourselves, and that criticism will paralyze us mentally and psychologically. So we have to just focus on self-acceptance. Okay, we're here now, but we're focusing on change, right? But we have to be compassionate with ourselves in the process. This is such a major thing. We have to be compassionate, right? We cannot look ourselves in the mirror and say, you're already feeling down, so you're going to kick yourself while you're already down by telling yourself negative words and treating yourself or putting yourself in negative behavioral patterns. No, that's not self-care. That's not self-care. So it's easy for us to put ourselves in that situation, right? And it's hard for us to get out, but I'm here right now to tell you that you can pull yourself out. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But I'm going to tell you this. With small, sustainable changes, you can get it. You can get it done. That's what it is. Now, when we're talking about that, don't feel like, okay, I got to get this done. But realistically, don't try to overhaul your whole life overnight. Oh, I got to do this, I'm going to do that. Because I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't work. You're going to crash and you're going to burn out. I'm trying to tell you, don't try to do it. You have to make the small steps and celebrate the small victories along the way. This is very important. You cannot say, okay, I'm going to get myself out. I'm going to do this. You got the list. Some of you guys are still on the New Year's resolution. You got all that, but I'm trying to tell you, man, it doesn't work like that, okay? When you're trying to make changes, make small changes. Because you've been having negative behaviors for so long, and now you at this point where you feel like you're in the rut, you feel less motivated, and you're self-criticizing yourself, and now you think that you're going to make a huge changes overnight. Yeah, right. It's not going to happen, man. I'm trying to tell you right now. You cannot do it. You're going to have to begin with the small steps. Babe, like I said, baby steps, bro. Baby steps, boo. Baby steps. And celebrate those small victories, man. Your changes, it's going to have to be manageable. It's just what it is. They say, how do you eat an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? One chunk at a time, one bite at a time. Man, I don't care if it's just you waking up 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. Why am I preaching to the choir? You already know this. You already know these things. It's been told to you, seen, they've been drilled to you so many times. But you still get into that rut because our mind, our body is preparing us to be comfortable. We don't like the pain. That's a defense mechanism that our mind does, right? We don't like the pain. So get up, man. You need to get up early, bro. You know you need to get up early. You know you need to work out. You know you need to drink the water. You know you need to meditate. You know. But guess what? Life is happening so much. You lost your happiness. You lost your drive. You lost your sense of you lost your sense of creativity. And this is the problem, right? So you have to get up and make changes, man. You already know the drill. I'm just reminding you, dog. I'm just reminding you. You have to make small changes, man. Get out there and get some sun, man. Get out there and get some fresh air. This cold, brisk air, this is perfect for your respiratory system. This is perfect for your spiritual rejuvenation. This is perfect for mental clarity. This is perfect for oxidation in your blood. Man, get out there and let's go for that walk, man. Do that thing, man. Do that thing that's going to stimulate your mind. Read something. Listen to something productive. Listening to Shameless Plug, Your Best Lifestyle Health and Wellness Podcast. Listen to it, man. Get into it. Get into it. You got to start creating healthy habits. Get back to yourself. You have to reconnect with yourself, right? Man, you already know. You can be like, okay, yeah, it's a New Year's, but you don't want to be on autopilot, but you want to be like, okay, I've been drinking, I've been smoking, I've been sitting on my butt, I wasn't being motivated, I wasn't being creative, all that stuff like that. I'm going to have to generate some new healthy habits to make sure that I'm getting back to myself, making sure that I'm reconnecting with myself, right? You have to start incorporating healthy habits into your daily routine. You have to step it up a notch, man. You're going to have to get back into the gym. You're going to have to focus on your eating. You're going to have to focus on the sleep. You're going to have to focus on the water, stress management, all these different things. You have to, man, you can't let life beat you down. Life is going to beat you down, especially everything that's going on in the world right now. That's draining you of your peace and your happiness. You have to reconnect with yourself, man. And creating healthy habits is going to help you thrive in the process. You got to do it. So when you're doing these things, you start to feel better. You start to feel good. You start to release the dopamine hormones. You start to get the serotonin flowing again. And you're going to stand up in yourself and say, nope, I'm going to keep going. I am not going to let these things bog me down. I'm not going to sabotage. I'm not going to self-criticize. I'm not going to kick my own self when I'm down. You know, you have to get outside your comfort zones as well, man. You know, let's talk about it because, oh my God, man, we get so comfortable. You got that comfortable new job. You got that, you know, your comfortable king size bed. You know, you got the comfortable stuff. You got lazy. And I say this all the time. Success done made a lot of you guys lazy. You know, you're flipping the remote. You're flipping the channels. You're scrolling mindlessly on social media. You're a consumer. You're not a seller. Right? You're a consumer. But I'm trying to tell you that comfortability is going to keep you stuck, man. So my whole thing is like, what's next? What can I do new and exciting? You know, I'm taking new classes now. I'm learning new skills. You know, I'm start traveling to new places. You know, maybe you can start doing some volunteer work. What's new? I have to get out of my comfort zone, because a lot of my comfort zone, because a lot of times, even me, I'm like, oh, I done got too comfortable. I'm getting a little, you know, passive income over here. I get a little gig over there, you know, doing my thing. I'm happy, but after a while, you're like, it's not enough. Like, what's next? I'm not really being fulfilled psychologically and spiritually, so I have to get out of the comfort zone, man. The comfort zone. Where I got what's going on my speech this morning, man. So look, these are things that you have to do. And if you have any type of old passions, then you know you better rekindle it. You know, who were you when you were a kid? 12, 13 years old. You loved to jump rope. You loved to play hoops. Reconnect with that kid, man. What hobbies did you like to do? Rekindle old hobbies. Rediscover the old activities you used to enjoy when you was younger. What was it? Or what is it? Because I'm trying to tell you, you have to reconnect with yourself if you want to become happier, or you want to increase your happiness, or you may be in the pursuit of happiness. You have to learn how to reconnect with old passions, man. I'm trying to tell you right now. What do you like to do? Is it drawing? You doing music? You like to write? This is what I like to do. So, what do you like to do to reconnect with yourself, to increase your happiness, man? I'm trying to tell you, this is such a big deal, and I don't know why we're not doing it as much. You know, I see people in public, they have a crack in their masks. They're not as happy. I know people who have money, they're not happy. I know people who acquire all these different things, they're not happy. I know people who travel around the world, they're still not happy. You can see it in their face. Behind that mask, there's some type of, like, something is missing. They're trying to fulfill the void somewhere. I get it, but underneath that mask, like, how are you reconnected, man? Who are you, right? These are big steps, man. We have to We have to self-reflect. I'm so excited that I'm moving past my words. But listen, in the process of all of this, it's all about your values too. You have to identify your values. To be honest with you, like, what really matters to you? What really brings you joy and fulfillment? I mean, really, like that question. When I think about, like, what makes you happy, T? It's so many things, right? So when I start to reconnect with my values, I start to feel like I'm realigning myself up with my purpose. And this is a beautiful thing for me, because I was in a rut a little bit last year, but it's a new year, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have to shake a lot of this off. Because I felt like I lost my way, and I was out of alignment with what God wanted me to do. So now I had to sit quietly and listen to the word. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to really reconnect. And I'm like, okay. And God has blessed me with some new skills, some new vision, and the tools that I need to push me to the next level, right? And this is a beautiful thing when you sit quietly, and He's going to reveal so many new things to you that was already there, but you never knew that they were there, because you was looking at everything with your regular eyes and not with your third eye vision. Your third eye vision was blind to it. But when He opened that third eye, it's like, wow, it's like clear as day. But when I was looking at it prior to that, I could see things, but I couldn't see it. Now I can see it, if that makes sense. So now I'm super excited, and I'm grateful for that. And this is a major change for me. This is a major leap that I'm going to use. And He gave me this alley hoop, and I can't do nothing but lay it up or dunk. So I was praying. I was like, Lord, I'm feeling like I'm not like myself. I'm in a rut. What's going on? And He revealed to me some things after I prayed and have conversations with Him, set time for Him. I read the Word, and subtly, it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't a big blessing. It was a small, little, subtle blessing in my everyday-to-day routine. Excuse me, subtle little blessing. But I was like, wow. A lot of times, we be looking for God to do big things, make a big noise for you. But sometimes it can be a quiet whisper, or He can open up your third eye right on the computer to see something that was always there every day. And you couldn't see it, but He allowed me to see it. And I was like, wow. And I thank Him for that. I thank Him for that. And that was able to take tons of pressure off my mind and my spirit. I'm like, okay, I see something. Thank you. Man, it's amazing. So, another thing when I feel like you're in a rut, your stress hormones you can redline, right? So, you have to prioritize self-care. You have to make time to relax. You have to make time to control what you feed in your brain. You have to find anti-stress strategies. Like, what do you do to lower your cortisol hormones? What do you do? Can you identify your stress markers or your triggers? For some of you, you don't know who or what's triggering you. I keep saying this all the time. So what do you do? Do you stretch? Do you exercise? Do you write? Do you journal? meditate, yoga, whatever it is? What do you do? Do you listen to calming music? You have to find ways, and all these things are self-care strategies. You have to prioritize self-care. Self-care is not selfish. It's a luxury. If you're not prioritizing your self-care, I'm trying to tell you right now, it's going to jack you up, man. You're already in rut. You have to prioritize self-care, okay? It's just what it is. I don't care. The snow got you depressed, the cold weather got you depressed, the election got you depressed, religion, finances, layoffs, all these things I know that's going to trigger you. Traffic, you're stuck in a snowstorm, or God forbid you live in LA and your fires burn down your house, whatever it is, right? You're going to have to find ways to prioritize self-care in the midst of all of these mental and emotional challenges, because the brain and the heart, they're not going to get along. So self-care is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Everything. I don't care if you taking a nap, but just don't get too much sleep. Some of y'all, they say sleep 7 to 9 hours. I can't do that. Some of y'all sleep half the day. I don't get that. I really don't. So man, self-care is everything, man. Now, when you start to feel in the rut, how are you an emotional eater? How are you nourishing your body? What are you feeding your body? Because a lot of times when you're in a rut, you start to get the sugary products, you start to get the alcohol, you start to get the ultra-processed foods. You're not eating properly. And I get it, I understand, because sometimes when you're feeling like in the rut, it's cold, it's gloomy, it's rainy, it's snowing, you just want something to make you feel better. I get it. It's what it is. But over time, you got to be like, I'm eating. Okay, this is a one-time thing. I feel good. I have the sweet cravings out of my mind. So let me get back to eating the way I'm supposed to be eating. Okay, because when you start to consume so much sugar and ultra-processed foods and junk foods and things of that nature, one thing it's going to do once that wears down, when the feel-good hormones wears off, you're right back to feeling depressed or back into a rut. So don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Make sure that you stay hydrated, you're drinking your water. Make sure that you're eating a healthy, balanced diet. This is going to make you feel better when you're in a rut. You're going to get that energy that your mind and your body needs to push you out of that rut. You feel great. You're going to wake up, you're feeling energized, you feel motivated, you got great cognitive awareness and mental clarity, your emotions are heightened in a positive way, and you got goals to do. You cannot lay there sleep alone. You can't be on the couch strolling on YouTube and all that stuff like that, just consuming the crap. You got things to do. Okay, so when you eating a balanced diet, you get healthy, you're going to get the nutrients, the electrolytes, and the vitamins and minerals that you need, and the macronutrients that you need, that's going to help propel yourself out of the rut. Okay? And be grateful for the opportunity too, man, on top of that. Gratitude is everything. Like, okay, yeah, I'm in a rut right now, but I'm grateful for all the things that I've done so far. I'm grateful for all the things that I've achieved so far. I'm grateful for all the things that I have right now. I'm grateful for waking up this morning. I'm grateful for air in my lungs. I'm grateful for roof over my head. I'm grateful for electricity. I'm grateful for, being snuggled up in this warm terry cloth robe with the hoodie on. I'm grateful for this heat blowing on me. I'm grateful for this. You get what I'm saying? I'm grateful for having a luxury vehicle outside. I'm grateful for the ability to connect with the world. I am grateful for having a loving family. I'm grateful for being in good health. I'm grateful for having clean running water. Man, listen, I'm grateful for not being in the emergency room in the hospital hooked up to machines. I'm grateful. So when you start to feel like you are in a rut, you have to be full of gratitude of the things that you're grateful for and have expectancy and abundance for the things that's coming. Yeah, you're in a rut, but you can't stay there. You can't. Now, just remember this. It ain't gonna happen. Getting out of the rut, believe me, it takes time. It takes time. God will test your patience. The universe is not going to line up the way you want it to. But in that rut, you have to celebrate the small victories. And you cannot give up. You cannot, you're going through it. It's a marathon, like Nipsey said, it's a marathon. And you're going to have to find ways to really rediscover your happiness. Man, this is real talk. Because it can get so heavy, man. You carry that load so well to the world. But they don't know when you home by yourself and you with yourself, you take that load off your shoulder like, man, you don't know how hard it is. Man, Jesus had to carry a 200-pound wooden cross. And I know it feels like 200-pound wooden cross on your shoulders right now. And you feeling a certain type of way. But it takes effort, man. You got to pray. You got to meditate. You got to be grateful. You got to celebrate the small victories, man. If you want to reconnect with yourself and get yourself in a sense of happiness, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to, man. Stay positive. Focus on the positive things that's going on in your life. Remember just to try to appreciate all the good things in your life, no matter how small it is, man. This is so important that we do that. It is so challenging, ladies and gentlemen. It's so challenging. But it can be done. It can be done. Trust me. Everybody is going through something. They're just not posting it on social media. Don't be fooled. It's all smoke and mirrors. Right? Don't be fooled. Push through your pain. Stay positive. Everything, man. When I say this all the time. When you feel like life is falling apart, it can actually be falling in place. It's all about perspective. And your test is going to become your testimony. You know how many testimonies that I gave over my lifetime? Bruh, I was on my back on my deathbed. God brought me out. Man, every time I look back and connect the dots and think all the things that God done brought me through, I'd be like, man. So what I'm going through right now is not really as bad as compared to the things I went through. So I can't help but to be grateful and to try to be optimistic about the future, man. I can't. Okay? I can't not be grateful. Let's just put it that way. So I was struggling to overcome my feelings with a lot of things. Feeling like I was hopeless. I went to counseling. I did all those things, man. Sadness, depression, alcohol, weed, smoking. I did all those things. I feel like I was in a rut. You're going to have seasons when things not going to go right. You're going to have seasons when you think that things are falling apart. You're going to have seasons when nothing is going your way. You're going gonna jump in, you're gonna get into that rut. You're trying to sell a product, nobody comes. You try to do something, nobody comes. And that's gonna mess with you. You're gonna have seasons of that. But you're gonna have to trust your feelings. When you start to have those negative self-talk, you got to say, nope, You can listen to them for a minute, but you got to be like, can't stay here, dog. Can't stay here. Find somebody to talk to if you need to. Boyfriend, girlfriend, therapist, wife, husband, whatever it is. Life got life coach, whatever it is. Find somebody you can chat with, someone you can trust, though, man. It's not everybody has your best interest at heart. People will tell all your business. The same ones that you tell them, they're gonna run back and tell it to somebody else. People love misery. They love to see you, when your nuts is in the sand. They celebrate that more. It's so funny because we say, hey, we sold out really on our event, on our networking event. Nobody said anything. A couple of people. The views was low. As soon as we said postpone, over 3,000 views just on that alone. They want to know why it's postponed. Like, people celebrate your failures or cancellations or whatever. They don't celebrate the wins. Okay? So, yeah. So you're in a rut, but you'll be alright. You just keep creating. Focus on manageable goals. Focus on the small victories. And connect with people, man. Connect with people. But I'm gonna tell you something like this. You have to connect with new people. Back in the day, grandma used to say, don't talk to strangers. That was back then. Now, you got to meet as many new people as you can. Let me say something. There's 8 billion people in the world. And if you have a brand or a business, then you need to try to put yourself in front of 8 billion people. Somebody has what you need. No, you have what somebody out there in the world needs. Alright? Trust me. So you feel like you're in a rut because certain people are not purchasing, not supporting. You're feeling like you're in a rut. They're not watching your show and you crying about it. Or somebody, they a hater, they're not supporting me. You're worrying about the wrong things, dog. It's 8 billion with a B, a capital B. 8 billion people in the world. You need to put yourself in front of 8 billion people and connect with new people. You worrying about who you support you on Facebook. Ain't nobody really supporting nobody on Facebook. If you look at it in hindsight. Nobody, if you're trying to do real business and things of that nature, you cannot be worrying about who's not supporting you on Facebook. There's other groups out there, other platforms out there that's doing big business. You have to connect to them. That's just what it is, man. So stop feeling sad and feeling like you're hopeless and, you feel like you're depressed because it's not working out. Please, you need to keep working. But when you think about it, that rut, you're feeling uncomfortable. You don't like the way that feels. But that rut may be exactly the nudge that you need to pull yourself out of the mud. How can I self-improve? How can I get better? How can I grow from this? How can I learn? How can I utilize this rut, this pain, this confusion, this chaos this sadness, this depression. How can I use this for a rocket fuel? Oh, you're gonna take off. You have everything that you need. Quitting now is not the option. Look back from all the things that you done came through. God has blessed you. The universe has aligned. You celebrated big time with that. You were so happy. Oh, this is what I did. But remember all the times where you struggling through that. This is why I hate when people, well, I don't like to use the word hate. I mean, some things that I don't like when people get what they pray for and then they forget about God or the struggles that they went through. It's all about them now. Your success is not all about you. You need to share. Give your testimony of how you struggled. You was behind on your car note, behind on your mortgage, you're about to get evicted, you're about to get foreclosed, you lost your job, you got sick, and God brought you through all that. You went through divorce. Look, God brought you through all that. And now you got a certain level of success. You done forgot all about it. You done forgot all about God, right? Now here you are again, still in a rut. You want to come running back to God. And I'm just not saying this even for me. Because God has blessed me so many times. And I'd be like, this time, God, when you bless me with my goal and my dreams, everything I got going on, everything in my mind, I want you to take my ego out. Ego is exiting God out. I learned that from that crowd when I was working with him. Exiting God out. That's your ego. And then when God sits you down, it's designed to deflate your ego. And sometimes I can feel it. I'm like, okay, God. I can hear it, and I can feel it, and I can see it. And I sit down. And then He showed me, okay, you got away from this. I need you to realign yourself. And I can hear it because I talk with Him every day. So for some of you, you got the money, you got the bag, and now it's this and this and this and that on social media. Yeah. Guess what? You're not impressed. What were your challenges up to that process? Are you strong enough to give a testimony? Are you translucent enough? Like, I don't want to, so what? You got the bag. So what? You got success. But what were your struggles in the process? Who were you when you was in that rut? Who were you when you had no connection with yourself? What did you do when it's time for you to reconnect with yourself? What? Who were you then when you was crying on your knees to God? When you was trying to make a way, who were you then? Those are the things that impress me. Yeah, I see you got the little shiny little thing. Congratulations. But I remember when you was sleeping on so-and-so couch. I remember when you was sick in the hospital. I remember when you was going through that divorce. I remember when you was going through that foreclosure. I remember when they laid you off. You couldn't find a job for 2 years. You struggled. But you forgot about that. So now you over here calling everybody a hater. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. Come on, man. But now you're back in the rut again. Nobody supporting me. Nobody doing this. Oh, nah. Look, man. Stop it already. So reconnect with yourself, man. Life is wild. Life is happening. And if you don't have a strong foundation to utilize all these strategies I'm talking about right now, you're going to be in a rut for a long time. Pulling yourself out of the rut takes time. It's not an overnight thing. You're going to have to dig deeper every day to see what you're capable of. You're going to have to peel back those layers of skin. Because even a snake, bro, comes out and sheds skin. They feel fresh and new. If a snake can't come out of that skin, the skin starts to go over a snake's eyes and he'll suffocate right there. That's why it sheds it. It's outgrown it. You gotta shed it, man. You're gonna have to go in that closet, face those demons, purge. There's a lot of things that's holding you back. You know, maybe you gained weight, maybe you got sick, maybe you're dealing, if you're a guy, you're dealing with menopause, you got erectile dysfunction, like you lost a contract, you lost business, you got terminated. You're going to feel a certain type of way. But you can't stay there. Give yourself some time to, handle your business, or feel a certain type of way, and like, you can't stay here. You can't be depressed for weeks, for months, and now you got to go to a doctor and they got you on medication. You can't do that, dog, because the medication is going to cause other problems. Facts. So, be positive with yourself. Focus on the positive. You say, you know what? I lost 10 pounds. I graduate. Whatever it is, I'm in good health. You have to focus on the positive. Appreciate the good things in your life. I don't care if how small it is. So many times, people want to be so competitive, and they be praying. God bless me with $1 million. God bless me with this. God bless me with that. The big stuff. They want the trumpets, the blow, look what God did for me. But every day, God be blessing you with small blessings, smaller than a mustard seed. God be blessing you, man. You just overlook it because, whatever. And this is why you stay in a rut, because the universe doesn't line up, because you're not even grateful for the things you already freaking have. Every time I look around and I see things that was already there all along, but I see something new in the process. Thank you, God. Look at that. I'm so appreciative of everything that's new and everything that's on the way. Yeah, some days I'm in a rut, and some days I feel so amazing, but in the days I don't, I'm like, okay, I don't like that. I gotta do something. I gotta make this work. I can't stay there, man. Right? Man, life is a beautiful thing if you make it. And I feel like there's so much more for me to do. God got so much more for me. I said, God, just keep me healthy. Just keep my family healthy. Just keep us healthy. Keep us out of the emergency rooms, hospitals. Just try to flourish. Because if you can stay healthy, you can make it. It's just like that. If you can stay... Let me tell you something. My mother-in-law, she graduates tomorrow as she got a doctorate. Epidermiologist. Major things that we're going out to Charlotte and support. And she said something profound to me a couple of years ago, actually. She said, I'm paraphrasing, medical attention is the type of attention that you don't want. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Because a lot of people, they go for medical attention, but that's not the attention that you want. Trust me on this one. I've been there, done that. I hate it. I never want to go back ever. So I get it. So be grateful for being out of hospitals, being out of jails, being out of the emergency room, being out of anything that's going to set you back months, years. You're not in surgery. You're not having back surgery, knee surgery, your blood pressure. Like, be grateful, man. You woke up, there's no pain in your body. Be grateful that all your systems are working in your body. And here you in a wreck because you don't like somebody else posting on social media. You don't like because of this person finally got the job of their dreams. You don't like because the weather is doing. You can do things out of your control, dog. And you in a wreck. You need to focus on things that's going to be uplifting. You're focusing on the wrong freaking things. Facts. I'm focusing on what else can I do? People say, oh, I see you doing this and I see you doing that. You're doing a lot. Like, bruh, I'm not doing enough. I have dreams of impacting the world. But I don't need fame. So yeah, you're going to get in the rut. Just reconnect with yourself, man. Find things that you love. Find things that you want to do. Get into a group, man, if you can trust people in the group. Nourish your body. Get some sleep. Hydrate. Exercise. Don't self-criticize. Prioritize self-care. Seek support, man. Go relax. Meditate. Pray. Yoga. Stretch. What are your passions? Like, do it, man. Anywho. Oh, man, yeah. This is your guy, Terrance Hutchinson, certified health and wellness coach. I have a lot of different titles. Oh, make sure you will get the book too. The 40 plus belly blueprints. You're 40 years old, you're trying to lose the weight around your gut, you want to go get this book. You go to the website right now and get a digital copy. Right to your mailbox, your email box for $10. We appreciate the support. Thank you for sharing, subscribing to the show, subscribing to the blog on the website, all of that. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And this is what helped me, helping you. So we appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement on different platforms. Thank you so much for sharing my stuff. It means the word. It means you trust me and you understand that I'm an authority in my field. So I appreciate you guys. We love you, man. Go to the website and subscribe, www.yourbestlifestyles.com. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Be safe, be warm, keep your head up, stay positive. You heard me?